Did you know that more than half of the world lives with a chronic condition? And in fact, in the United States, there's about 81 million Americans who have multiple chronic conditions. What's even worse is of those 81 million Americans, that about, 29 million of them alone have diabetes, among other chronic conditions. So we're getting a little pattern here. Do you notice? But here's something very interesting. Would you believe about 99% of disease management comes down to self-management and how your family interacts with you? In other words, you need to take care of yourself. So stay tuned, and you're going to find out what is SCAN's commitment to chronic conditions and how we're helping people become better self-managers. Stay tuned. Hey, good morning, everyone, and welcome to SCAN FYI. So Mary Beth is off today, but not to worry because I got the new guy with me. So everyone say hi to Mike.
Good morning, Andrea. Great to see you again. And good morning, everyone. Super excited to be with you again this week.
So in case anyone missed our last segment where they got to preview who you are, why don't you share, Mike? Who are you?
Well, sure. Thank you very much, Andrea. So today I'm pinch hitting for Mary Beth, which are big shoes to fill, as we all know. But my regular job is now as the new executive director of the Senior Citizens Activities Network of Monmouth and Ocean Counties. I'm super excited about this opportunity. And over the next coming months, we're going to be bringing lots of new activities, ideas, and ways to make it easier to become a member of SCAN and be part of our community.
And we look forward to sharing that with you as soon as we can. Okay. But today, Mike, we're here to talk about a big commitment that SCAN has in self-management of chronic conditions. So, you know what? Let's even start out. You start out, please. Explain to people. I think a lot of people don't even understand what is the concept of self-management and how do we relate that to a chronic condition?
Sure. So almost like any other thing in our life, whether we're trying to lose weight or cut back on something, self-management is really our ability to manage our behaviors, thoughts, and emotions really in a more conscious and productive way. So, someone who is blessed with strong self-management skills, which let's face it, most of us are not. We need to work on these things. They know what to do and how to act in various situations. So they know how to avoid, distractions while working from home so they can maintain focus and be productive. But that's just one example. So it also relates, as we're going to speak about today, to your health. And as you pointed out, 99% of all of this is preventable.
Well, the thing is that if so much of handling a chronic disease is in our own hands, it definitely is important. I hope you can see that, everyone out there. It is important to be a good self-manager. Otherwise, you know what? It's a losing battle. So the truth is, for a lot of people, they don't have that focus. They don't know how to do that. So that's where our evidence-based programs come into play. And you know what? Mike and I will share a little bit of info on each of those programs. We have some scheduled coming up in the fall, and I didn't memorize the dates either. I don't expect you to. They'll all be in our comments.
There's also no quiz
on our website, and you know where else? In our class listing. So lots of ways, and of course you can always call SCAN, but I'll put them out there for everybody. All right. So Mike, what do you want to start with?
Well, I would certainly say before we get into diabetes self-management, why don't we start with that one, that I'm really, really excited about offering this program to our members this coming fall, Andrea. As we know, over 600,000 New Jersey residents right now have diabetes. And so this is certainly a need. And that is why we're offering this as a complimentary class to our members. It's 6 sessions, and it is all about the important topic of diabetes self-management. I was wondering if you could maybe tell the folks a little bit about that course and what they could expect.
Yeah, well, first of all, I want to emphasize it's called diabetes self-management. You're going to hear that a lot from us because there's so much you can do on your own. And because many people have asked us this, I'm going to say it right from the get-go. These programs do not replace going to the doctor. Medical care is still very important. We at SCAN, we are not doctors, we are not medical professionals. We are just regular people that have had extensive training to be facilitators. So I want to make that very clear. So the diabetes self-management program, it's a 6-week program. It is free. All of these are free, as Mike said. And I also want to mention that it is approved by the American Diabetes Program as a support program. You know, many people who are diagnosed with diabetes or even pre-diabetes, their doctor says, well, you know, here's some pills. See you next time at your next appointment. But they are not given enough support information, how to manage nutrition, exercise, how to balance their life, how to take their medication properly, minimal information. This is something that we are told from the hundreds of people that have been in our classes. So this is not me telling you. This is what many people have shared with us. So the whole idea of this program is to get together in a group, a relatively small group, could be anywhere from 8 to 15 people. We do it in person. Sometimes, obviously, we've been doing it virtually with great success, but we get together in a small group and it is very much interactive. We're going to learn about balance. We're going to learn about menu planning. You know, there's no foods that are off limits necessarily, unless your doctor tells you. But we're going to learn that if you really want to eat a chocolate chip cookie, all right, eat one, not 9, okay? It's about moderation. It's about knowing how to exercise appropriately. It's about taking your medication correctly. It's about balancing all of these different parts of your life, being a good self-manager. We're not going to cure your diabetes, but our goal is to help you manage it so that you can live your best life. Now,
that's fantastic. And I think I'm sorry to interrupt you. I was going to also add the other thing I think attendees can benefit from, and especially in a small group setting where it's intimate and you have more chances to ask questions directly of the instructor.
Yes.
But you'll be able to learn about dealing with the symptoms of diabetes, which are so frustrating for folks. Everything from fatigue to pain to stress and, you know, emotional problems. Some people get depressed from it. So this class is all about that and helping you manage those types of symptoms.
Because it's interactive too, Mike, we're not just standing up there talking at you. There's lots of opportunity for everyone to interact. Because, you know, one of the things that we find, we're humans, we don't always listen to our doctor. We don't always listen to our spouse, to our children, but very often.
My spouse, doctor, and children can attest to all of that.
Oh, there you go. There you go. But we very often listen to our peers. And that's interesting to me that there's so much helping going on within the group. And that's, you know, for us as facilitators, that's very satisfying. You know, the light bulb goes off and you're like, that worked for you. Maybe that'll work for me.
You know, SCAN, just as a community, is very nurturing. It's supportive. Everyone is each other's champion, which is one of the things that makes it so great. And so imagine having a wellness class like diabetes self-management within this supporting environment. It truly can benefit anyone who attends it.
And, you know, one of the questions we get is, why does it have to be 6 weeks? Why can't you do this in an hour? Well, you know what? You can't. If you could, we would have done it in an hour. But here's the thing. It takes a while for you as humans to change. It takes a while for us to change our habits. That's just a piece of reality, guys. So we do this over 6 weeks, and slowly but surely, our habits begin to change. And you make a commitment. Your commitments that you make, by the way, they're to you. You know, we're not the diabetes police. We're not coming to your house. Your success is our success.
I think the other thing that attendees can benefit from, though, is the sort of unspoken accountability, which you'll find from the comrades in your class,
that's
classmates.
True. That is true. When you write it down and say it out loud, it's a lot more effective than just I'm thinking about it, maybe I'll do it. But you put it out there and you made a commitment in front of all your peers. Now we're going to call you out on it next week. So
And Mary is showing up, and James is showing up, and Bill is showing up. So I want to show up and part of my cohort.
And you know what else? We do this with good humor, because we do keep it on the light side. We're not doctors, we're not medical professionals. We'll say that a lot, but we want to make this something that you want to look forward to, you want to come back to. But I also want to emphasize, this is not just for people with diabetes. You might have pre-diabetes, and that means you don't want to cross over into full-on diabetes. And this same program will be helpful to people with pre-diabetes. Also, if you're a caregiver or you're a spouse and you cook all the meals for your spouse who has diabetes, well, you would be welcome to attend also, because so much of this is about nutrition. Because honestly, between nutrition and exercise, those are the two biggest components in managing the diabetes.
And realizing that taking care of the caregiver is as important as taking care of the patient as well. So we're all in this together, really, and that's really the emphasis of this wonderful program.
Now, the next evidence-based program that SCAN's been doing for a while is called Take Control of Your Health.
This is one I really need.
Well, you know what? When we say this, your health is your wealth. All right. Doesn't matter how much money you have if you're not well. So when you take control of your health, aren't you really taking control of your life? That's how I like to look
Andrea.
at it. Yeah.
That's a great way to look at it.
That's exactly how I see it. Whether it's your diabetes, your high blood pressure, whatever, because we just gave a statistic that 81 million Americans are living with multiple chronic conditions. So for some people, they need that extra help. They need help to become a self-manager so that they can manage their conditions, so that also they can live their best life.
And I think it's also important for folks to know that if you sign up for this class, this self-management program won't conflict in any way with any existing programs or specific treatments that you might be doing currently, but rather it's meant to enhance and assist with those protocols. So I think, and I've heard from folks who have taken it before, and it's extremely beneficial. So I'm looking for more of the same this semester.
Well, this is what we like to say. You're a medical professional. They've got the health component. They're taking care of the medical portion of your life. But what we're doing with these programs, we're teaching you self-management skills so that you can manage the rest of your time when you're not at the doctor. Because honestly, most of the time you're not at the doctor. You're home, you're with your family. So you need those skills to manage yourself when you're not at the doctor. And because so many people have chronic conditions, we want to make your life better.
So when we say take control of your health, Andrea, what are some of the specific things that folks will learn in those 6 sessions?
Well, we talk about dealing with pain and fatigue. There's many management skills that are available to people. And also appropriate use of medication, because you know what, if you don't follow the directions, obviously, it's not going to work. We also talk about communicating effectively with your medical team as well as your family. Communication is everything in life, and it's especially important when you've got a chronic condition. We do also talk about the importance of physical activity. If you're just sitting around all day, why me? That's not going to cut it. I don't have too much sympathy. You need to get up. You need to move a little bit.
Go for a walk. Get out there in the fresh air. It's as beneficial mentally as it is physically.
Yes. Yes.
I know after a full work day in the office at SCAN, I like to go home and just walk my dog for 15 to 20 minutes or have a catch with my son in the backyard, just to, breathe the fresh air, get some sunshine, changes your perspective.
I feel like the Take Control of Your Health program kind of works your mind, body, and spirit, because we really do address all of that, because to be a well-rounded, healthy person, all of those components need to be in alignment.
And just like our other classes, you'll also benefit from the camaraderie of doing this,
Absolutely.
making positive changes in your life together with other folks and of your peers.
And, I do want to emphasize for everyone, listen, it's not gloom and doom. We smile, we laugh. It's okay. Because you got to laugh at yourself, laugh with yourself. Okay. We're not poking fun at anyone, but we do make it lighthearted, and you will enjoy it. The peer leaders all have good senses of humors. We keep it on the light side. Absolutely, we do. And another important aspect of take control of your health is in exercises. We talk about maintaining balance and flexibility. That's really important because we don't want anyone to have a fall. When you fall as an older adult, potentially, it can be catastrophic. All right, so you know what? That's a perfect segue into our next program. Yes, it is. See how I did that?
I did see how you did that. That was a beautiful segue. And Andrea, I cannot tell you how excited I am that we are getting set to offer this brand new program at SCAN. And so I was wondering if you could tell the folks a little bit about it.
Yeah, so we are going to start offering a program called Matter of Balance. Now, this is a program that's also been around for a while. And in several years ago, SCAN actually offered it. But now we're going to be licensed to offer it, and we're going to be able to train our own peer leaders. Why is this really significant, though? Well, as you get older, fear of falling increases. And I'm really kind of blown away. I'm going to read this because I don't want to say it incorrectly. This is something that we offer in the Matter of Balance program. This is a little piece of information. So there had been a very extensive survey among about 200 people. They were all aged 58 and above. And it was asking them about, what are your fears? What are your most common fears? Number one fear of falling. But this is what's interesting to me. 47% of the group, number one, fear of falling. 17% was the next fear. Number two, you're not going to believe it, being robbed in the street. People were more afraid of falling than being robbed in the street. Amazing. But
that is amazing, by a large number too.
By a tremendous number. So that's how scary, and fear of falling increases as we age. And fear of falling is more prevalent among women than men, which is interesting as well. So the whole point of Matter of Balance, again, another free program, evidence-based. The whole point here is, again, a small group. We are going to talk about, why do we have these fears? How do we overcome them? What are some strategies to overcome these fears? But this program also has an exercise component. So it's an 8-week program. And from week 2 to week 8, we do a half an hour of exercise. Now, don't get all, oh God, I don't want to exercise. It's like physical therapy exercises, strengthening and flexibility exercises to strengthen your legs and your core. So
all of which help your balance.
Right, because we do not want you to become another statistic. Fall hazards are all over your house. We talk about that as well. How to have a safe home. So I'm excited to be offering Matter of Balance. That won't be offered until, what is it? Winter of 2022.
In the winter.
22.
Which, considering the beautiful weather outside, hopefully that doesn't come for a while.
Yeah. So I'm excited that, I feel good that SCAN offers these programs. That's our commitment to the community. Some of these we're going to wind up doing online because we know that people still like that. And of course, as the world improves, we will be out and about at various locations. And by the way, you know what? If anybody who's listening has a location within Monmouth County, please contact us. We'd like to know those locations, and perhaps we'll be able to bring a program to you.
That sounds wonderful, Andrea. I am very, very excited about bringing all of these brand new free programs. They're not all new, but new for this semester, to our members. They're all extremely important, and it's going to be a great fall and winter semester at SCAN.
Your health is your wealth, and it's within your power to do an awful lot to maintain it or improve it. So that's why we're offering these programs, all right?
So as Andrea said, folks, you can check out our class listings. You can visit our website, or of course, you can call the office and speak to either of us or any one of our team, and we will get you signed up for any of these classes or anything in our upcoming fall calendar.
Okay, well, Mike, thanks for being our guest today.
Thank you so much, Andrea. It's great to be back with you again. Excited about it and looking forward to a great year with SCAN.
Excellent. Thank you so much. So remember, if it's important to you, it's important to us. I'm Andrea Tarr, and we'll see you next time on SCAN FYI. Bye, everyone.